Money isn't evil. We all tell ourselves a story about money. It's probably not very positive. How do we treat our money once we get it? I want to talk about that on Reinventing You. How's it going? I'm Amelia Sims. This is Reinventing You, the channel where you can be inspired to take your own reinventing journey so that you can live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. I post twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I'm so glad that you are here. I hope that you will drop a comment below sometime during this video and let me know what you think about money, how you treat your money, and if you agree with things that I've said about money in these past 3 videos. If you have missed out on any of the videos, I have a playlist right above that you can check out, and it shows both videos, Changing Your Money Mindset. In other words, money isn't evil. The second one is how do you change your money mindset? And of course, this video, how to treat your money well. Now, I don't know if you remember a financial advisor called Susie Orman. She one time said that the way you treat your money is the way your money will treat you. In other words, if you treat your money well, if you give it the attention or the space or the honor, that it will honor you back. And I just remember one of the things that she said is that you should always take your money and, face all the faces the same way and have it in a wallet where it's flat and easily accessible and that it is neat. And that's not always possible. I understand that. And how many of us actually carry cash? But I also remember her saying that you also need to make money a kind of not a priority, but you really need to pay attention to your money. In other words, don't just ignore it. There's something called passive income, but you shouldn't treat your money with passivity. One of these examples she said is to always look for money. In other words, if you're walking down the street and you see change on the street, pick it up. She would have told this, I think she was in New York, where she saw this penny and she reached down to pick it up, but it was like somebody had super glued it to the sidewalk or something. You couldn't actually get to it. But she said, I'm always picking up change off the ground. Most people just walk on by and they probably say, oh, it's not anything. It's just a penny or a dime or a nickel. But she said those add up after a while. And if you are treating your money well and you're noticing money and you're taking it in, then the money will treat you well. Now, I have to say this sort of starts sounding like manifesting, where you kind of have this thought or this vision or this, I don't know, you say something aloud and it kind of comes true. And, I think there's certain power in the spoken word, and there's certainly we have powerful thoughts that can guide us. But I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about manifesting. I'm talking about just simply treating your money well and then having that return back to you. It's just sort of a simple fact. Check out this video up here by Marie Forleo, where she talks about a couple of strange money habits that she has. But what I'm trying to say is that you need to create some good money habits that treat your money well, and it will treat you well. Now, I'm not suggesting like what she said when she was younger. She actually literally laundered and ironed her money. I don't suggest that. But how are you treating your money? If you change your story about money, I think that you will start treating your money in a better way. And one of the first things that I suggest is to value your work. Now, I have been looking a lot, especially on YouTube, about passive income and making money and asking for money. And one of the things that several people have said is that you have to value your work. Don't put your work down. Like, don't undervalue your services that you provide. For example, if I am doing a garage sale, yard sale, I always underprice the items, which is really ridiculous because in a yard sale, it's your stuff. You have to give it a value. And if a person doesn't want to pay that, you can always bargain. One of the things that I have to realize is I tend to undervalue my work. Just like in a garage sale, that doesn't mean you can't give away things for free. That doesn't mean you can't offer bargains, but you have to look at what you do, the service that you provide, and make sure you're asking for whatever the amount is. It's truly valued at. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? People can say no. Say if you painted a painting, would you offer, you know, if you think it's a great work, would you ask for $5 or $150? Value your work. That's the first thing you can do to treat your money well. The second thing you can do is to take care of your money. Check out this video by Brian Tracy on Get Motivation. That's also where I got some of these ideas as well as my own personal experiences. When I say treat your money well, do like what Susie Orman does, you know, put your money in your wallet. Now, you don't have to put it, I don't think, flat every time, but don't just throw it in your purse. Speaking of taking care of your money, once you have money, you're taking care of it, don't forget to plan ahead. That means having a savings or retirement account, something that's planning for the future. Now, maybe you have a goal. You say, well, I want to take this great cruise to Alaska, or maybe you're just thinking, I want to be content in my old age. I want to have enough saved ahead for a rainy day. So make plans to save. Now, Americans are very bad about savings, and I am particularly bad about that. Even though I have retirement accounts, of course I can't access them right now, but if I had been better about simply setting up some savings accounts, then I would have been better off. So I've learned my lesson is to put something aside for the future. You know, one of the best ways is to say 10% of what you're bringing in, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, 10%, because, you know, if you give to, say if you're a Christian and you give to the church, you should be giving 10%. I'm not saying you have to, but I mean, that's your goal. And then you're saving 10% for yourself. That's like 20% of your income, and then there's taxes, and then you're thinking, what do I have to live on? Well, you know, if you value your work and you're getting enough money for your service you're providing, then you should be able to live comfortably. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be rolling in the dough. Speaking of tithing and giving in the church, make sure your money is giving and you're giving to other people. I talked about this in my first video, how people think, oh, well, money is evil. Well, what if you can do good things with your money? So give to the causes that mean the most to you. Give to whatever faith organization that you're a part of. Be generous. If you give, you will receive back. And I know that's a Christian thing, but I think it's true in general. And of course, I mentioned this in my last video. Educate yourself about money. Learn about your money. I know I'm bad at this. I need to sit down with my retirement accounts and really study them. Am I getting the best return for my investment? How can I improve? How can I make a difference with my money in the world? And that's, you know, where are the best places to be giving my money? Is my dollar going as far as it should in terms of helping other people or helping me in the future? And, you know, picking a plan ahead and giving and all of this kind of stuff, you know, have some plan. When you're gone, where's your money going to go? Where will it do the most good? So educate yourself. Don't say, okay, well, I've got it all figured out from here on out, but continue to learn. Now, these lessons are ones that I have to follow as well. I don't think I'm treating my money as well as I could, and I need to do all of these. If any of these have been helpful for you, please drop a comment below and let me know. And as always, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do so. You can go to this square here in the corner and click on it. Or below in the comments, I have a place where you can also click on and subscribe. And also there's a subscribe button right below this video. I'm Amelia Sims. This is Reinventing You, where you can be inspired to take your own reinventioning journey so that you can live a life of joy, fulfillment, and purpose. Have a great one.